I'm Myra Chasen. I'm one of the founders and the CEO of West Coast Ultrasound Institute. This is an amazing day. I am profoundly proud of you. Your accomplishments are amazing. I know it may not be the graduation you wanted, but listen, this is going to be the first virtual graduation and you will remember it forever. Maybe you're going to miss walking across the stage and collecting your diploma or degree. You might be missing that excitement of being in the crowd with the rest of the graduates. You might miss saying goodbye to your teachers and your friends. But listen, this is a day to remember. I want you to think back on this day, your graduation 2020, as a cherished day for all your hard work and your accomplishments. You need to be proud. This is your day. Now, some of you have been experiencing the problems that go along with 6 months of COVID and all the other obstacles and stresses that we are going through right now. I know that it's been hard for a lot of you, but I want you to know things will change. Things will get better. And that's right after you finish this. You're opening the next chapter of your life. And that's going to be wonderful. Right now, West Coast Ultrasound has a large, greater than 90% employment rate, even in COVID. We are in demand. We're in the healthcare field. We are lucky we've chosen that career because we'll have a job for as long as we want to be in this field. And you didn't do this alone. Let's talk about gratitude. We need to give thanks to all the people that were with us during this process. We need to thank our parents, our friends, our faculty, and our community. When talking about community, let's take a moment to thank those resilient healthcare workers who were the first responders on the line, working all the time, helping us, helping to save us. Thank you, first responders. We appreciate what you've done. Now, let's talk about your future. This is a future that is in such good demand, and you're just starting this. So when you go out there, you need to be bold. You need to be brave, and you need to be your best. West Coast Ultrasound is here to support you. We have an alumni, so when you graduate, please contact the alumni at WCUI.edu. We have short-term courses. We have continuing education courses. So if you're out in the field and you are doing an ultrasound or an MRI and you're not quite sure if you're doing it right, you can call back in and say, I'd like to schedule a special class with this on a one-on-one. We can provide that. We're here as your family now and whenever you need us. So once again, you've done a great job. This is a wonderful day for you, and I'm so happy. Congratulations, and I wish you the best.
My name is Andrew High, and I'm WCUI's Chief Operating Officer and General Counsel. Normally, I would start by looking out at the crowd in the auditorium, containing graduates, their families, and friends. And I would encourage the graduates to walk down, the processional music would play, and we would begin our celebration. But today, things look a little different. In our virtual graduation, the equivalent is more like, everyone, help me show these graduates how much we appreciate them. So, please mute your microphones. Please find the clapping emoji on your Zoom portal and click that. It's in the bottom right-hand corner. If you can also send a confetti emoji, that would be great. Even though the form of this virtual graduation is very different, the lesson is still the same. Graduation, like most important things, cannot be accomplished alone. So graduates, there's no time like the present during a sprawling pandemic to be thankful of the people around you, be thankful and appreciative of those that helped you get to graduation here today. What a time it is to become a healthcare professional. The field has been exemplified by those that are willing to sacrifice for others, by healthcare professionals that are willing to put themselves in harm's way for people they don't even know. COVID-19 is a challenge, but we are confident that you graduates can meet that challenge head on. It's been incredible to see the strength of WCUI's students and graduates. You have not let COVID-19 slow down your commitment to your education, and we are confident that you will not let COVID-19 slow down your commitment to your new career. We should all remember that we learn who we are and what we are capable of, not when the road ahead is easy, but when it is difficult. We are honored to celebrate with you here today. And we are honored to continue to support you in your path forward. Because of you, WCUI's alumni network is stronger than it's ever been and getting stronger every day. We would love to continue to support you with registries, an additional registry after that, continuing education, and helping improve your skill set even as you're long into your career. Please contact us at alumni@wcui.edu to get started. Finally, remember that graduation is not a breakup. It's more like our 2 or 3 year anniversary. We're going to be together for many more years.
Congratulations, graduates. I'm Dr. Mike Matwick, Director of Education at WCUI Phoenix. As one of the newest members of the WCUI family, I'm honored to be part of your graduation celebration. Since I started at WCUI in September, I've been impressed by the student body and by the passionate and professional staff who teach here. The commitment to excellence at WCUI is amazing, and you should be proud of your accomplishments here. As graduates from WCUI, your learning journey has just begun. One of my college professors told me when I graduated, the most valuable part of earning my degree was that I developed the ability to learn. He told me my degree didn't make me smart, it gave me the tools to understand how to learn. You now have those same tools. So before you head on your way, I'd like to share a couple of thoughts with you. And the first thought's about knowledge. During your time as a student, you've expanded your knowledge in a highly technical and specialized field. You have learned how to learn. You will find that continuing medical education will be a consistent part and a critical part of your future success. But being a consumer of education isn't enough. As professionals, we have a responsibility to add to the body of knowledge in our chosen field, always striving to improve our profession and to help those who will follow behind us. The second thing is skills. While at WCUI, you have developed highly specialized skills that will be used in the most critical circumstances to improve the lives of patients. As equipment evolves and techniques change, you will be challenged to remain current, to be an active learner, and to challenge yourself to remain professionally competent and relevant for life. And finally, a key part of your career will be to interact with people who may be having the worst day of their life. In this regard, I speak from personal experience. Through a series of routine diagnostic experiences, I was determined to have a critical life-threatening circumstance. If not for the expertise and diagnostic technicians who assisted the physicians in the diagnosis of my condition, I would not be here at graduation with you today. What struck me most about the technical staff I worked with was their professionalism, their expertise, and their compassion. I know for a fact that 3 of the technical staff were fully aware of how critical my condition was, and to a person, they treated me with understanding, empathy, and compassion. I would challenge you to recognize that while your days may seem routine, and you may skillfully execute protocols hundreds and even thousands of times in your career, Never forget that the person you're working with needs all of your knowledge, the best of your skills, and most of all, your compassion and empathy. It's all part of their healing process. So graduates, congratulations and best wishes for a long and successful career. We hope to see you back soon.
Graduates, family, friends, WCUI faculty and administration, welcome to graduation 2020. As with everything else this year, celebration looks a little bit different. But make no mistakes, we are extremely proud of you that you have made this milestone. You did it. When you entered your first Gen Ed courses, you could only dream of this day, and now this day is all about you. However, no achievement of this magnitude is achieved without other people being involved. Your parents, spouses, children, and other family members are aware of your commitment and theirs. I would like to say thank you also to the dedicated staff and faculty at WCUI. The hours of preparation needed to lecture on or instruct on any topic is tremendous, so I want to be sure acknowledgement is given for their commitment to your education. When Sherwood Schwartz introduced us to the Brady Bunch in 1969, I don't think he had any idea that he was presenting a model of societal engagement that would be commonplace 50 years in the future. And yet, here we are, where Zoom has become a normal part of our societal norms, business, and educational system. Regardless of the format, graduation still represents the completion of one part of your education and the beginning of the next phase. As you enter the workforce as a practicing sonographer, please remember what makes this job so fantastic. You never stop learning. In 1853, an irate customer continued to send his plate of potatoes back because they were soggy. Finally, Chef George Crumb had had enough, and despite the customer, he sliced the potatoes as thin as he possibly could, made them crisp, and coated them in salt before sending them back to the customer. By complete accident, he invented a new dish that took the world by storm. We know them today as potato chips. The impact of life's unplanned moments cannot be ignored. In 1944, Nazi Germany became convinced that the Allies were planning an invasion of Normandy from Britain. So they assigned their most celebrated general to head the defenses. However, Erwin Rommel decided that the weather was so horrible on the 5th of June that no Army commander in his right mind would order an invasion fleet across the channel. He decided to go home and surprise his wife on her birthday instead. Unfortunately for Rommel, the invasion happened on the very next day, and by the time he returned to his post, the Allies had made their beachhead and had begun to turn the tide of Western Europe. The impact of life's unplanned moments cannot be ignored. In 1963, when Dr. Harvey Feigenbaum borrowed an unused machine in the neurology department of the University of Indiana Hospital, he applied an old A-mode technology for the evaluation of pericardial effusion. He could honestly not have imagined the expansive field that is now echocardiography. The impact of life's unplanned moments cannot be ignored. In my friend Betty Phillips' book entitled A Manual of M-Mode Echocardiographic Techniques, Dr. Vincent Friedwald wrote something in the foreword that impacted my career mindset tremendously, and I would like to share it with you. Paraphrased, he said, "We must remember that the ultrasound exam is not simply an interaction between a machine and a patient, but rather an interaction between two people, something that is often overlooked in this age of technology. Every day, you will meet new patients and sometimes their families, each person representing a new opportunity for improvement and engagement. The impact of life's unplanned moments cannot be ignored. Welcome these moments and seek opportunities to impact someone's life in a positive way and make a difference. Again, congratulations."
Hello and congratulations. Welcome to the class of 2020. Can you believe it? You're here. It really doesn't seem that long ago when some of you 18 months ago, some of you 3 years ago were walking in through our doors. I'm sure for some of you it seems like you've been in school all of your life And yet, for some, it seems like it went so fast. I know for myself, it has gone very, very fast. Some of you are still hearing probably the voices of your lecturers in the back of your head. I imagine some of you are still hearing Anna and Tina telling you that there's more homework. Or for those of you in lab, if you remember, you had Chris, who was probably your first lab instructor, who lovingly and kindly got you kind of shepherded in to your classes. There was always Tina, then there was Katie and April and Hala. And then of course there was me, who some of you who had me in lab, I was the one who would sneak up behind you and tell you, pull the trigger, pull the trigger. Take that image. But it has been a wonderful experience. Speaking for the entire DMS team, we are so excited for you. So what next? Where do we go from here? Well, the future for some of you means a job. Some of you are already working. Some of you hopefully will be out interviewing soon. Many of you will be calling me about your ARRT process. But the idea is this, though. The future is very bright. So, on behalf of the entire DMS team and all of WCUI, we are so very excited for you. So, go out there, be the best sonographer that you can be. We hope we've given you all those tools you've needed. And again, we wish you the best of success. Go get them. Thank you.
Congratulations, graduates. So exciting to conclude this segment of your journey. Healthcare, ultrasound is an amazing career choice filled with possibilities. You will be taking care of people on their worst days. Practice with empathy. Remain sincere in all your interactions with the family, the significant others, friends, and your team. You're a part of a healthcare team, and you need them, and they need you. So remain sincere, positive in those relationships. Ultrasound is also humbling. You will have very difficult days, but it's so rewarding. Please embrace the opportunities to learn, continue growing. This is just a first step. Your career will be filled with learning opportunities, excitement, people that will challenge you and excite you. So please take them and learn from them. Be the best sonographer that you can be.
Congratulations, WCUI graduates. What a long road this has been. You guys have come through an awful lot, regardless of which program that you're in, an associate program, a bachelor's program, MRI technology, diagnostic medical sonography, or cardiovascular sonography. You've all put in a lot of effort. You've shown incredible perseverance and dedication to get to where you are today. I know it feels like you're crossing a finish line, and in many ways you are. And it's fantastic, it's well-deserved. And take a moment to give yourself some credit. I do want to say, however, today is really day one, and I challenge each and every one of you to think about all the hard work and determination and effort that you put in over the last several months or a couple of years. And then think about what you're going to do moving forward. This is a day to be celebrated for sure, but you're getting ready to start a career that is really going to be what you should be thinking about celebrating. The fact that you guys have chosen to come in and take part in delivering care to patients, their family members, is truly inspiring, and I'm awfully proud of the decision you've all made. This is where it all begins, and again, I challenge you to approach the task of your first job, your first patient interactions, your first imaging scans. Attack it with ferocity, just like you did your academic courses. It's meaningful and it matters, and what you do is impactful directly to patients and families. It's going to be incredibly rewarding. It's going to be an incredible burden at times, but I know that each and every one of you, after the hard work you've put in today, I know you'll be successful. I'm super proud of you. It's an incredible pathway that you've chosen to take. Not many people can do it. And I wish you all the best success and luck in the future. Thank you very much, and congratulations.
Hello, WCUI graduates. I am so honored to be here with you today to celebrate our hard work and accomplishments. Just 2 years ago, I was an elementary school teacher, pondering the idea of transitioning to a career in healthcare. But I had this nagging voice in the back of my mind that said, "You're too old to go back to school, physics will be way too hard, and it will be too difficult to balance raising your kids, working, and going to school." So I took a couple of years of going back and forth before I was ready to make the leap. But when I was ready, WCUI was there for me. I appreciated that they offered a night program for people like me, that they had so much access to their open lab and tutoring, and that they offered a SHARPS program so that once we graduate, we were able to keep our skills up to par before we find our first position. And now here we are. The time has flown by and we're ready to graduate. By no means has this been an easy journey. We've spent every spare moment studying. We've given up time and events with friends and family. We've spent our weekends in the lab. And we've all probably had a class, or 2, or 10, that caused us some stress along the way. But now that we've reached the end, it all feels worth it. We're ready to go. We're sitting for our registries, we're applying for our first jobs, and some of you already have your first jobs. There is a lot to celebrate. I made so many wonderful friends here at WCUI, and a handful of them became like family here to me. So you know who you are, Daffodils. You set the bar high. I appreciate it. Thank you for cheering me on every step of the way. I also want to thank all of the dedicated teachers and staff here at WCUI, from the classroom to the lab to the office. There are so many of you that I was able to depend on from day one, and I truly appreciate your dedication to our success. And on a personal note, a very special thank you to my family at home. To my husband, Jason, who was there for me every step of the way. I would not have been able to do this without you. You were my rock. You pulled double duty at home for 2 years. You let me drag you into the lab on the weekends so I could practice scanning, and you had confidence in my abilities, even when I didn't have it myself. To my children who pitched in and helped out and were understanding when I couldn't attend their events, when I missed Halloween for 2 years in a row, and when I had to spend my weekends studying or in the lab, you 3 are the best, and I love you dearly. In closing, I am so glad that I quit telling myself I was too old to go back to school. This has been the experience of a lifetime. My parting advice, continue working as hard as you did in school. WCUI has given us our foundation. Now it's time to get out there, to learn as much as we can, to refine our skills, and to one day become industry leaders in our contributions to the medical community. I wish each of you the very best.
We saw you put one foot in front of the hard work and determination, you made it to your destination. You can do anything if you just make up your mind. You know you put one foot in front of the other, and you didn't let one thing get in your way. You kept on working side by side with all your sisters and your brother, and that's why you're standing here today. So if you ever feel like you're stuck in one place and you just can't make a move at all, let me tell you, put one foot right down in front of the other. Pretty soon you're gonna be walking tall. Look out. You made it to the celebration, and everybody's looking good and feeling fine. Yeah, you put one foot right there in front of the other, and you didn't let one thing get in your way. You kept on working side by side with all your sisters and your brothers, and that's why we're all standing here today. Keep on doing it. Put one foot in front of the other. Keep on moving to the finish line. Keep on moving till you get to the end of the line. Get where you're going. It's gonna be all right. So proud of you. You made it to the finish line. We saw you put one foot in front of the other, and now you've reached the finish line. With hard work and determination, you made it to your destination. You can do anything if you just make up your mind. You know you put one foot in front of the other, and you didn't let one thing get in your way. You kept on working side by side with all your sisters and your brother, and that's why you're standing here today. So if you ever feel like you're stuck in one place and you just can't make a move at all, let me tell you, put one foot right down in front of the other. Pretty soon you're gonna be walking tall. Look out. You made it to the celebration, and everybody's looking good and feeling fine. Yeah, you put one foot right there in front of the other, didn't let one thing get in your way. You kept on working side by side with all your sisters and your brothers, and that's why we're all standing here today. Keep on doing it. Put one foot in front of the other. Keep on moving to the finish line. Keep on moving till you get to the end of the line. Get where you're going. It's gonna be all right. So proud of you. You made it to the finish line. We saw you put one foot in front of the other, and now you've reached the finish line. With hard work and determination, you made it to your destination. You can do anything if you just make up your mind. You know you put one foot in front of the other, and you didn't let one thing get in your way. You kept on working side by side with all your sisters and your brother, and that's why you're standing here today. So if you ever feel like you're stuck in one place and you just can't make a move at all, let me tell you, put one foot right there in front of the other. Pretty soon you're gonna be walking tall. Look out. You made it to the celebration, and everybody's looking good and feeling fine. Yeah, you put one foot right there in front of the other, and you didn't let one thing get in your way. You kept on working side by side with all your sisters and your brothers, and that's why we're all standing here today. Keep on doing it. Put one foot in front of the other. Keep on moving to the finish line. Keep on moving till you get to the end of the line. Get where you're going. It's gonna be all right. So proud of you. You made it to the finish line. And now you've reached the finish line. With hard work and determination, you made it to your destination. You can do anything if you just make up your mind. You know you put one foot in front of the other, and you didn't let one thing get in your way. You kept on working side by side with all your sisters and your brother, and that's why you're standing here today. So if you ever feel like you're stuck in one place and you just can't make a move at all, and everybody's looking good and feeling fine. Yeah, you put one foot right there in front of the other, and you didn't let one thing get in your way. You kept on working side by side with all your sisters and your brothers, and that's why we're all standing here today. Keep on doing it. Put one foot in front of the other. Keep on moving to the finish line. Keep on moving till you get to the end of the line. Get where you're going. It's gonna be all right. So proud of you. You made it to the finish line. Of the other, and now you've reached the finish line. With hard work and determination, you made it to your destination. You can do anything if you just make up your mind. You know you put one foot in front of the other, and you didn't let one thing get in your way. You kept on working side by side with all your sisters and your brothers, and that's why you're standing here today. So if you ever feel like you're stuck in one place and you just can't make a move at all, let me tell you, put one foot right down in front of the other. Pretty soon you're gonna be walking tall. Look out.